Hello everyone, BJJ50 back again for another little how to play. Today we're going to how to play the game Spellbound, which is included as part of this bicycle Spellbound deck of cards. It's a pretty nice deck of cards about magic and spells. I believe this game specifically plays 4 players. I guess you can modify it to 2 or 3 players. I wouldn't play it with 2 players. With 3 players, I guess you could modify it, make it work with 3 players. Um, but it works best. I think it's specifically designed for 4 players. It doesn't say, but you'll see why I say that. So it's a standard poker deck of cards. You'll shuffle up, and you're gonna deal 4 cards to each player. It's the game. Basically, you're trying to make a 4 of a kind, and you put this deck in the middle of the table, and you can take the 3 jokers and put them out face up on the table. See something like that, leaving room for a discard pile. Again, so the object basically is you're going to take turns trying to collect 4 of a kind. Once somebody does, the person who does will take a spell card, and then the other players will race to grab a spell card. The person that does not manage to get a spell card will take a letter, and you're basically trying to avoid spelling the word spell. Once you spell the word spell, you can write this down on a piece of paper to keep track, or you use some chips to keep track of how many letters you got. But once you get 5 letters, you're out. And you're going to keep doing this until one person is left standing. Now, the way it's going to work is you put the 3 spell jokers here in the middle of the table, and each player gets 4 cards. The dealer will take the top card off the deck, add to their hand. Doesn't really help them. They're going to take a card from their hand and pass it to the person on the left, who will then take a card and pass it to their left. They're going to continue doing this with the last player discarding a card into a discard pile, and then you go again. At some point in time, somebody is going to get a 4 of a kind. They're going to grab a spell card, and then the other players again are going to race to get these. The person that didn't get one gets a letter. Once you get 5 letters, you're out. And then you keep doing this until only one person is left standing and they win the game. It's a nice, simple little game. It's cool that they included this in their deck of cards. They didn't have to. And the rules are pretty clear and simple to understand. It says here you're going to move closer to elimination each time you don't get a spell card. I take the next letter in the word spell. Again, you can use some chips or a piece of paper to write down the letters you've taken, and then once you get 5 letters, spell the word spell, you're out. There's a little bit of speed in there. You're trying to get to these cards as quickly as possible. Whoever makes a 4 of a kind, of course, will will get a spell card, and then the other players will race to grab one. So there's a little bit of a speed element there. Once, it doesn't specify this, but once a person makes a 4 of a kind, you'll just, I guess, discard these, and they would draw back up to 4 cards, and then you keep going around the table. If you do run out of cards in the draw pile, just reshuffle the discard and continue. This is why I think it's best as a 4-player game, the way it works. However, I guess if you wanted to do 3 players, you just eliminate one of these jokers. But then it just becomes a race between 2 players to grab 1 card. It works best as a 4-player game, I think. So anyways, that is that. The cards are, of course, good quality. The game is fine for what it is. And we'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Just a quick little how to play of Spellbound. We'll see you. Thanks for watching.